SOSMA detention period may be reduced. Government to tighten immigration policy on entry of foreigners. Good afternoon, welcome to News on 2. I'm Jessica Lee. The amendment to the Securities Offences Special Measures Act, or SOSMA 2020, may involve reducing the maximum 28-day detention period, which is seen as too long by some quarters. Now, Home Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin said, however, from the authorities' point of view, they might need more time to conduct investigations, especially in certain cases such as terrorism.
Tapi ada juga pandangan kalau begitu mereka mungkin kita bagi 14 hari dan untuk nak menyambung ke lepas 14 hari lagi untuk jadi 28 mesti dibawa ke mahkamah untuk dapat keputusan hakim. Itu satu contoh untuk ada orang kata check and balance, tidak terus diberikan kuasa penuh pada pihak polis. Itu dalam peringkat cadangan.
He was met at the Parliament lobby. The Home Minister also said a committee has been established to review related matters on SOSMA. On Tuesday, Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad was reported as saying that the government would amend all draconian laws, including SOSMA, as soon as possible. According to Tan Sri Muhyiddin, SOSMA's amendments proposal is expected to be tabled during the Parliament session in early March next year. In another development, Tan Sri Muhyiddin said the government is looking at measures to tighten the immigration policy regarding the entry of foreigners who intend to turn Malaysia into a transit hub. He conceded that the existing policy enabled foreigners to enter Malaysia without any problem if their passports were not from any country that was considered to be problematic.
Yang penting kita bekerjasama dengan bukan saja dalam negara, luar negara, badan-badan antarabangsa. Dengan pihak-pihak lain, negara lain pun ada menghadapi masalah yang sama. We share information. Jadi kalau seandainya kata pengganas sini masuk ke sini, bolos di Malaysia, itu bahaya bagi kita. So we have to take very serious view of that.
Tan Sri Muhyiddin was asked to comment on the statement by Bukit Aman Principal Assistant Director Counter-Terrorism, or E8, of the Special Branch, Datuk Ayub Khan Maidin Piche, regarding the granting of visas to foreigners coming from conflict-ridden countries to prevent the entry of individuals involved in terrorism. The newly launched Dana Inspirasi Malaysia Inspirasiku under the Malaysian Islamic Economic Development Foundation, or YAPIM, aims to collect 40 million ringgit to help students from the B40 group. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Aziza Wan Ismail said the initiative could provide assistance to almost 40,000 students from the low-income families in their preparations to begin school and higher learning institution sessions.
Permakasaan golongan ini bagi mendapat hak dan peluang pendidikan yang sama harus disokong oleh semua pihak, termasuk individu, syarikat dan institusi yang mempunyai keupayaan untuk sama-sama menggabling sumber.
She said this when launching the fund in Kuala Lumpur. Expressing her hope that the initiative would benefit its target groups, Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Aziza said YAPIM has allocated 1 million ringgit for the fund as a show of its commitment in ensuring the success of the initiative. She added that each contribution would be channeled to tabung kebajikan dan pelajaran YAPIM, while contributors would benefit in terms of income tax exemption. The Psychology and Counselling Division of the Welfare Department, JKM, has received more than 1,900 cases, including counselling sessions involving kids as young as 4. Now, based on the records as of last month, the number of people reaching out are 3 times bigger compared to last year. According to Deputy Minister of Women, Family and Community Development, Hannah Yeoh, they have been receiving almost 270 calls from kids through the Talian Kasih 15999 hotline between May 2015 and September this year.
Peningkatan menunjukkan memang is a common trend now. That means ramai yang mempunyai masalah seperti ini. Tetapi peningkatan juga dari segi kita nak galakkan orang dapatkan bantuan dan rawatan. Ini boleh dilihat sebagai satu trend yang positif kerana orang berani untuk datang dan dapatkan counselling.
She said this after officiating a mental health forum hosted by healthcare provider Qualitas Medical Group at the Federal Capital. The Department of Environment, or DOE, is drafting a new law to replace the Environmental Quality Act 1974 to strengthen environmental management and enforcement against pollution. Its Deputy Director General of Operations, Wan Abdulatif Wan Jaafar, said the proposed law would consolidate the implementation of DOE tasks in line with the latest developments in management and environmental issues.
Sekarang ni banyak bahan-bahan pencemaran yang baru yang sebelum ni mungkin kita tak cover dalam akta sebelum ni, dan kita telah mengambil kira semua pencemaran-pencemaran tersebutlah, dan juga isu-isu semasa lah dengan orang kata pembangunan yang semakin meningkat apa semua, dan banyak perkara kita perlu lihatlah.
He was met after launching a two-day Environmental Quality Act seminar, which was being attended by 570 participants. Wan Abdulatif said the draft of the proposed law is ready and being reviewed before it is tabled in Parliament next year. The Kedah State Government hopes the establishment of Darul Aman Water Solutions Sdn Bhd, or DAWS DORS, can reduce non-revenue water and RW water shortage problem, which has resulted in the state losing its revenue source as well as water supply disruption to residents. Kedah Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Mukristun Mahathir said last year the NRW percentage was between 44.9% and 50.3%, and the latest figures in August this year were 49.31%. He said complaints regarding water supply, broken pipes, as well as low water pressure were received almost every day, adding it was getting worse during festive and school holidays. Hence, the state government hopes that with the establishment of DORS, the NRW percentage would be reduced and address the low water pressure problem.
Perubahan Darul Aman Water Solutions Sdn Bhd dijangka dapat membantu SADA untuk menyediakan bekalan air yang memuaskan di negeri ini. Sesuai dengan nama yang dipilih, saya harap Darul Aman Water Solutions dapat menjadi solution provider kepada kelestarian bekalan air.
He said this when addressing a joint venture agreement between Kedah Incorporated MBI with Smart Pipe Technologies Sdn Bhd Smart Pipe in Alor. Under the joint venture agreement, Kedah MBI will hold 51% equity in DORS, while Smart Pipe will own 49%. Coming up, telecommunication towers do not pose health risks to nearby residents. The Malaysian Palm Oil Council, or MPOC, will go to the ground to promote palm oil and its benefits through outreach programs involving school children, possibly including it as a co-curriculum program. Primary Industries Minister Theresa Kok said the MPOC would sit down, discuss and strategize with headmasters and teachers on how to make this possible.
Kita sebenarnya boleh mula daripada bila mereka kecil. Tengok Eropah, mereka meracuni fikiran mereka, nak jadikan mereka benci minyak sawit sejak tadika. Jadi bagi kita di Malaysia, saya rasa adalah baik bagi pihak sekolah juga anjurkan program seperti ini. Tapi mungkin lebih senang bagi kita untuk bawa mereka masuk untuk melawat ladang sawit, dan dari situ mereka belajar lebih.
She was met after the launch of the Palm Oil Student Ambassador Program at Sekolah Jenis Kebangsaan Cina Chung Wen in Kuala Lumpur. Kok also presented certificates to Palm Oil Student Ambassador trainers to engage Malaysian students to spread awareness on the palm oil industry's significance to the nation and unfounded accusations against palm oil, particularly the unfair anti-palm oil campaign by non-governmental organizations in the West. The construction of telecommunication towers close to housing areas do not pose a health risk to the residents in the surrounding areas, including the elderly and the children. Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission MCMC in a statement said every construction or placement of a telecommunication tower is made following existing guidelines, including the distance between a tower and the housing area. MCMC said the level of transmission of radio frequency electromagnetic field, or RF-EMF, from the telecommunication towers in the country is under control at all times, namely under the recommended limits following the guidelines fixed by International Commission on Non-Ionizing Radiation Protection. According to MCMC, the radio frequency or RF test handled by the Malaysian Nuclear Agency nationwide also found the radiations in the area of the transmitters were very low and at a safe level. Hence, MCMC advised the public to check with legitimate sources or accredited experts recognized by the government to avoid misunderstanding over the issue of RF-EMF. MCMC also gave its assurance that it always monitored the construction, placement and level of radiation of the communication transmitters in Malaysia. And that's it for this afternoon. In our top story, Sosma detention period may be reduced to 14 days. Join me again at 7 p.m. for more updates on the latest happenings around the world. Till then, I'm Jessica Lee. Stay tuned to TV2.